A great first message that you can send to someone on a dating app. Hi guys, my name is Christine and I'm a dating, relationship and personal development coach. Today I'm talking about a great message that you can send to someone on a dating app. So these are things that you can just like copy and paste basically. These are really good templates that you can use. Some of these I have used myself and I'll be obviously diving into that a little bit later, go through a few stories with you about how these kinds of things have succeeded with me in the past. Because if you're watching something like this, then probably you have been messaging people on dating apps, but you're not getting replies. So how do you get replies? How can you get someone to start talking to you so you can arrange a date and start meeting up? So some of the things that you can do to create a good first message so you get a response from someone on a dating app is to mention something either in their bio, in their photos, or perhaps something about their name. So I'm going to give you an example of the first thing that I ever said to my wife, because I met my wife on Tinder. That's how we first started talking with each other. And this was pretty much what I said to her in that first message. And her name's Rosanna, and I said in the message, Rosanna, that's a really dope name. That's it. That's all I said. That is literally all I said. I don't even know if people use the word dope anymore, but I did. So I didn't just say, hi, how are you? I didn't just say hi. I said something that was unique and something that I also genuinely, authentically thought. Like I thought, oh, Rosanna, that's a really cool name. That's a really nice name. And that's why I said, Rosanna, that's a really dope name, right? It's kind of a bit silly. It's kind of a bit dumb now thinking about it, but it worked. Like I got a response from her and now we're married, right? Obviously a lot of stuff happened in between that, but we're married, so I obviously was able to get a response out of her. So that was something about her name. If they've got like an animal in their photo, you might be able to say, is that your dog or is that your cat? You know, ask them something like that. Or, oh, is that your dog? What's your dog's name? Or, oh, that's a really cute dog you've got. Or something like that. So just mention something that could be in their photos. Like so let's say one of their photos is of them graduating. You can be like, oh, I saw your graduation photo. What did you study? You know, something like that. Or let's say in one of their pictures, they are like out somewhere, like perhaps they're hiking, and you can say, oh, I like hiking too, if you obviously do like hiking. Where is that? You know, asking them questions about where they are in their photo. You know, if there's a picture of them at the beach, I saw that photo of you on the beach, that looks really nice. Which beach is that? You know, something like that. Also, they may have things about themselves in their bio. So if you look through their bio and it says that they like something that you also like, or you just find something in their bio that's really interesting, like perhaps they say about their profession, you can ask them a question about their profession. Perhaps they have some of their likes and dislikes, like let's say, for example, that they really like Doctor Who. Now, if you like Doctor Who, you can say, oh, I really like Doctor Who as well, or something like that. Or if you don't know about Doctor Who, like perhaps you've never watched it, you can be like, oh, Doctor Who, that's really interesting. I've never watched that before. What's it like? You know, something like that. But do something a little bit unique, a little bit different. But mention something that is either in their name or in their photos or in their bio. Don't just say, hi, how are you? If you're enjoying the video so far, then please leave a like on it and please do subscribe if you haven't done so already. And if there's anything you'd like me to discuss in a future video, then please leave it down in the comments. Or if you have any tips and advice yourself. Thank you so much. So when you do start having a conversation with someone on a dating app, you know, get to the point, right? I've told this story a couple of times on my channel. Well, probably more than a couple of times. But when I first started talking to my wife on Tinder, within the first evening, by the end of that evening, I had already set up a date with her. Like I got on with it. You know, when you start talking to someone on a dating app and it's clear that you two are kind of jiving a little bit, you know, you've sent a few messages back and forth, perhaps you've added each other on social media, which is something that I did because obviously I didn't want to date a catfish. So I asked for her Facebook details. I added her on Facebook. I saw that she was a real person and she could see that I was a real person. And I sent her a message on Facebook Messenger and we arranged a date to hang out and to meet up. And this all happened within the same evening. So when you start talking to someone, try and get on with it. Try and arrange that date. Get their social media information. Arrange a time and a place to meet when you two are available. You know, you don't have to make it complicated. You can say something like, oh, well, I think you're really cool. you know, after obviously sending a couple of messages back and forth, say, yeah, I think you're really cool. And when are you available to meet out for a drink? And then you wait for them to respond. When they give you the times and days when they're available, you can say, great, how about I meet you on Saturday, if Saturday obviously is one of the days that they are free. And, you know, say, how about we meet here at this time, at this place? You know, something along those lines. You want to get on with it. Don't feel like you need to spend hours and hours and hours, days and days, weeks and weeks getting to know someone on a dating app before you go out on a date with them. If they are serious about dating people and meeting someone, then they will say yes to going out with you if they also like you as well. And if you've matched or something like that, then yeah, it's probably clear that they do like you and they do want to see you. You know, the worst thing that it could happen is they say no. That's literally it. So you might as well get on with it, because none of us are getting any younger. So get on with your life, find someone. When you start talking to someone on a dating app, you know, get on with it, arrange the date, start meeting up, start meeting each other in person. Pretty much straight away. Like I said, with my wife, I had already arranged a date with her within the first evening of us matching on Tinder. If you are struggling trying to find someone to be with, if you don't know really what you're looking for, then I highly recommend that you watch this video on how to attract the right partner. So things to avoid saying when you start messaging someone on a dating app. Obviously, don't let your first message be hi or hi, how are you? Because those messages mostly get ignored. And why is that? Because it's such an easy thing to say. Like there's no effort put into it, right? And you don't even have to put loads and loads of effort into your first message. All mine was saying, oh, Rosanna, that's a really dope name. That was my first message to my wife, right? It wasn't anything complicated. It just was a little bit unique because it wasn't just hi, how are you? It was just something that I picked from her profile and said. Also, avoid saying things that are too risky. Also, avoid things that are too immature. So let's say you see someone who looks really, really gorgeous, and you start commenting on the way that they look. It's probably best to not do that as your first message. Don't be like, oh yeah, you look hot, like something like that. Like, don't bring up the way that someone looks straight away when you start dating them. Wait until you two have become a little bit more comfortable, you've been on a couple of dates with each other, then you can bring up something that perhaps is a bit flirtatious and something like that. Like, because you don't know how this person's going to respond. So it's best to just leave the risky things for a bit later when you two have started actually properly flirting with each other in person. Don't make any kind of too sexual messages over a dating app or anything like that. Don't do that straight away. Wait a little bit, okay? Because it just makes you look like you're looking for one thing. And if you are just looking for that, then that's fine. But if you're looking for a relationship, then you should be avoiding things like that to begin with. If you would like coaching with me, then please go to www.christineloveridge.com. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall talk to you again very soon. Goodbye, guys.